Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. The first bit of news today out of many that I want to talk about links directly to a number of past videos where we have sort of gone in depth over these mysterious cracks and openings appearing virtually all over the world. Sometimes in the form of nothing more than little hairline cracks moving across the sidewalk in some American subdivision. Other times, the earth literally opens up and swallows down houses. And in today's case, it seems to have gone one step further after a town by the name of Lutu Katuto completely disappeared overnight after being swallowed up by massive ground cracks in Peru. And so as you'll be seeing in these photographs and video footage, the links to the originals I'll put down below. This is drone footage flying over the area, just giving you an idea of how this ongoing event is just one of many disturbing examples, giving proof that something is extremely wrong here with planet Earth. Another example just besides this one was another giant sinkhole that appeared in Russia within the time frame of around 1 minute, which suddenly appeared last week, and you're seeing that here. And we'll talk more about that here in just a second. So, as you can no doubt see from the video and photographic footage here, we have an entire town, beautiful town nonetheless, out here in Peru, just completely devastated, swallowed up during the course of a major landslide in the Cusco region of Peru back in March of this year, which led to the destruction of over 100 houses and the declaration of a state of emergency. And that very same state of emergency has been extended this July for 2 more months as cracks are still widening and swallowing up pieces of the ground. Now, the cracks cover an area of more than 30 hectares, which translates to about 74 acres, and the ground remains extremely unstable. According to geologists, more than 1 million cubic meters of earth and debris, enough to fill some 480 Olympic swimming pools, came down, cracking the town apart. And the landslides are still active, the holes widening. Cracking continues, growing little by little, every moment of the day, as we speak. And, you know, it's just, aside from the footage, you hear reports from people who were there, and who reported hearing these massive thunderous sounds that literally woke them up out of the middle of the night on one of the first days of March of this year. And the town's surface area, which is roughly equivalent to around 20 soccer fields, has been now fragmented into hundreds of uneven blocks and separated by, in some cases, 38-meter deep cracks down into the earth. And again, more photographs of homes being swallowed up. I mean, it's some scary stuff, guys, and we've been talking about this for the better part of the second year. You know, we talked about it towards the end of last year, and the better part of this year. It's just something is going on with the ground. You know, it's not just Peru or Brazil or Russia. It's happening here in the United States. People hearing these massive thunderous sounds, the walls shaking in their homes, cracks appearing on the ground and through the sidewalks and roadways. Something is going on, you know, and I'm not fear-mongering here. I'm just reporting what's happening because the evidence is right here. Massive cracks are happening around the world. And that's not necessarily something you need to run from or be worried about. I mean, it's not like it's happening, you know, across the street from you, but it's starting to happen more and more. And again, this hole, just real quick, that appeared in Russia spans around 32 meters wide and 50 meters deep. Just a massive crater. Swallowed up parts of a field. It opened up in the middle of this field, creating this massive sinkhole near the village of Neladino in the Nizhny Novgorod region. And, you know, it's a big mystery over there. How such hard soil like this could suddenly collapse, crumble, and form such a giant sinkhole in the ground within tens of seconds. And this occurred on July 25th. So, you guys tell me, you know, we will continue reporting on it. I really do feel for the people of this Peruvian town, and hopefully you all got out safe and will be able to rebuild and continue on. It truly is a sight to see. So tell me, what do you guys think down below? And now in some other strange news, some UFOs, some things having to do with Earth mysteries, check out this new video that was posted to MUFON of these 3 mysterious lights that were captured outside of a plane bound for LAX. Okay, so pretty straightforward footage. What do you guys think? It's certainly not the first time that we have seen these sort of triangular formations of lights down from the ground as well as outside of plane windows. I mean, we found a number of different things outside plane windows, from discs to triangles to just glowing lights in the clouds. And so this could very well be just another one of them, you know, and I highly doubt it's a flock of birds. Could it be some sort of reflection coming from the plane on the window? I'm not so sure. I mean, there's points where they're zoomed pretty far out, and these lights seem to be really out there to where you have to actually zoom in all the way on them. You know, if there were a reflection, I would think it'd be right there in the window, no zooming, no nothing, and it'd be much more clear. So I'm kind of on the fence about this. So tell me what you think. Again, submitted to MUFON on their way to LAX. Mysterious lights seem to be tagging on in the distance. Have you seen something similar? Put it down below, or if you have footage, send me an email about it. So now, lastly today, as I'm sure many of you know, the Giza pyramids of Egypt have always been a hot topic of debate due to the mysteries that surround the pyramids' very existence, how they got there, when they got there, how they were built, and what they truly were used for, because we surely know that they weren't built to hold tombs. They went into these things, they investigated, and they have found nothing of the sort. These things were built for some other purpose. And furthermore, many believe that humans didn't build them at all, and that there was some sort of alien intervention, or that aliens provided the tools necessary to create the pyramids due to the sophistication of them and how they were built. And now in this new report, it would seem that even more secrets of the Great Pyramid of Giza continue to unravel as scientists, quote, discover that it can focus electromagnetic energy through its hidden chambers. With new analysis showing that the pyramid concentrates electromagnetic energy in its chambers. This includes 2 chambers inside and a third unfinished one beneath the base. Scientists say breakthrough could lead to more efficient nanoparticle designs. So to briefly go through this report here, these electromagnetic properties of the Great Pyramid could soon inspire new designs for highly efficient sensors and solar cells. Because basically what they discovered was that the way this pyramid is set up is so that light can come in and it can concentrate this electric and magnetic energy into its internal chambers and below its base, creating pockets of higher energy. And remember guys, this 481-foot pyramid was constructed thousands of years ago, and there are a lot of things, strange things about it, that link it more to the stars and something else out there than it does to humans down here on the ground. For instance, Speaking of electricity in this new finding, ancient Egyptians left behind a lot of hieroglyphs that have great historical and artistic value. But that isn't the most significant thing about them. There are drawings that have been created and that have created a lot of amazement among people, and one case of that is a hieroglyph appearing to show the Egyptians in possession of electricity, where it depicts people holding what seems to be an electrical lamp or light bulb. And if that is indeed what the hieroglyph really is portraying, well, how did they discover electricity thousands of years ago? Now, besides that hieroglyph, many of you, I'm sure, have seen this here, which goes to show on far more advanced technology, from images that look like helicopters and planes, and downright spaceship-looking vehicles. And this raises even more questions of how the ancient Egyptians had any idea of what flying instruments back in their day would look like thousands of years later. And speaking more on just a basic universe level, comes with the just simply astonishing placement of the pyramids of Giza, which, if you don't know, these 3 pyramids are positioned in such a way that is more than coincidental, because these 3 pyramids match perfectly with the 3 stars of Orion's belt. Even the sizes of the pyramids are related to the varying brightnesses of the stars, with 2 pyramids being identical and the third being half as high as them. 2 stars are equally bright, with a third one as half as bright. And so again, I say, coincidence? You know, some even believe that these pyramids are spacecrafts themselves that were parked here many thousands of years ago, pointing back out towards Orion Belt as if to say, this is where we are from and where we may go home once again. But that is just another far-fetched theory, but not so far-fetched with each little bit of information we get, and especially just what we've spoken about today. So I wouldn't doubt it that these pyramids are able to harness electromagnetic energy. And with everything else you guys are going to learn about these things and that we will speak about here on the channel, I think it's becoming more and more clear that these objects and other objects like them on Earth have a much more universal connection than the connection that they are thought to have with planet Earth. And so with that, give me your thoughts down below. That is all I have for you guys today. I want to thank you for stopping by. As always, be sure to subscribe, click that notification bell so you'll know when I post new videos, stop by our online shop, support the truth, and look sharp doing it. I am Tyler with Secureteam. You guys have a great rest of your night, and stay safe.